Hello, you fabulous people. Welcome to another video of mine for Purple Day. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about epilepsy research and how crucial it is and how I find it truly, truly exciting. If you are interested and want to learn more, then please keep watching and press the like button below and subscribe to my channel. So this t-shirt is from Epilepsy Research UK. So that is actually a charity very close to my heart that is dedicated to epilepsy research. It's not about direct care for people with epilepsy, say. It's not about help phone lines or anything like that. The money that is generated is put into epilepsy research. Now, I love that because without research, we don't really have hope for the future. Things aren't going to arise by chance, and by things I mean like treatments, drugs, surgeries, etc. Everything needs to be checked out in a lab first, and this can take a really long time, and unfortunately takes a lot of money. Now, I'm going to read out to you a little bit by this fabulous man I know called Dr. Rhys from the University of Newcastle, but he's also has a lot of say on the board for Epilepsy Research UK. So he's a trustee, a consultant neurologist based in Newcastle, and is leading on the development of the Epilepsy Research UK Shape Epilepsy Research Network. And okay, this is so cool because we have an organisation here who's actually bringing in the say of people with epilepsy. So you know what it has been for a very, very long time in the fields of neurology, epileptology, neuroscience, research, academia, very top heavy. So they'll be doing a lot of work to benefit us lots affected by whatever condition or disease, but there isn't that link between us. Now, you might know that is one of my key purposes in life, is to be that bridge between us, but you'll find that actually Epilepsy Research UK has got a huge part of the organisation saying, we want to hear what you have to say, you people affected by epilepsy. What are your priorities? What are your thoughts? What would you like the funds that we generate to be spent on in terms of research? I think that's pretty common. Pretty cool. Oh my goodness, far from common. Do you guys ever do this? I come out with the wrong words all the time. It's a bit embarrassing. I have to laugh at myself. Anyway, and actually in a quote here from Rhys, who I just mentioned, epilepsy is common. Very true. Seizures interrupt our lives. Yeah. Seizures can strike you on any day from your first day to your last. They do not respect birthdays or wedding days. First dates. I have had a seizure on a first date before. Ambulance was called. It was a tonic-clonic. Great. Many years ago. First dates, your crucial exams. I know somebody, yeah, my goodness, I can mention somebody for almost all of these different things. Okay, unlike other common neurological disorders, epilepsy research is drastically underfunded at a national level. And oh my goodness, that is so true. And I brought that up at a meeting just yesterday, in fact. We have lots and lots of funding for dementia, which is totally, like, that is that's a good thing. We have lots of funding for Parkinson's, great. We have lots of funding for, I was going to say another neurological illness, but anyway, for cancer, all this type of thing. All of that is fantastic, but the fact is that epilepsy affects so many people and there's hardly any funding for it. Why? Is it down to stigma? I reckon that's going to be a huge part of it. Is it because lots of us people affected by epilepsy are rather quiet? Whether it's, you know, down to, well, we're just not into communicating with other humans that much, or if it's down to other illnesses or disabilities that we might have, or whether it's because lots of us are tired all the time and therefore aren't really up for speaking to people that much. It can be a huge combination of things. But epilepsy research doesn't really have the voice, or definitely does not have the voice that it needs. And that's why I get excited about like what's been written on the, I'm literally reading from the Epilepsy Research UK website. So anyway, so they've actually done, Epilepsy Research UK themselves, some videos to explain what it can be like for people to have epilepsy and what their needs might be. And one quote I've got from somebody who's watched it said, "The videos are honestly the best I've seen regarding epilepsy in young people." There's one like of a family, or a couple of a family, which is interesting. And I actually got a bit, it was interesting. It made me kind of a bit angry, a bit upset, but like, wow. And that was a message that really needs to be communicated to everybody. Go and have a look at these videos, whether you're on, it's here on YouTube, or I'll put a link to their page underneath this, or whether you go to their website. They're really interesting. And they've got a questionnaire also that you can, well, answer questions on, shocking. They say, if you are living with epilepsy, your involvement today is vital in helping us to unlock further progress. Your involvement will help us build relationships that will result in greater investment. Your involvement will help us gather the evidence we need to call on the government to do more. Yes. Your involvement will speed up progress to stop the interruption epilepsy has on your life. Interruption, good word, right? And I've used many other words that weren't so polite. So, and another thing I keep saying is that epilepsy research, for me personally, gives me something positive to focus on. And I really hope that more people can see the positive side of this. So you don't have to be involved with the research directly yourself. You totally can be. We've created a epilepsy research page on Epilepsy Spark so that people can get involved more, see what's going on. So even if you just want to know what is going on out there, what hope is there for the future? There is hope for the future. We just need more, because we need more investment. But anyway, so I mean, I'd just be really interested to hear what you think of the idea of epilepsy research. What are your priorities? What do you think we should all be focusing on? And by we, I mean us, yes, patients, people with epilepsy, but also carers and neurologists, neuroscientists, and everybody in academia, because we need to all be on the same wavelength, right? We need to be singing from that same hymn sheet. And so we need to tell the guys who are doing the research, this is what is a priority to us. And I would say also, this is something I haven't said before, but I've been mentioning it to lots of researchers and clinicians, is that what they find boring and not exciting results or research, often us will be like, dude, that's totally cool. Just knowing what's going on behind the scenes is enough. Just knowing that something productive is being done. And just because it's not an expected result, that doesn't make it a negative result. Not in my eyes anyway. Let me know if you agree. So, any other thoughts about research? As I said, plonk those below. Please subscribe, hit the like button if this was okay, and share it with anybody that you know. Anybody who's into science, who's into research, who's into neurology, who's into neuroscience or psychology. All of these things are completely, totally interlinked. Even physical health is totally all interlinked with our brains. So, and we know epilepsy is something that needs to be challenged and is related to all of the aforementioned. Anyway, and check this charity out. I'll put the link below.